to another Mumdays video. In case you missed the memo, 9 o'clock Monday mornings, Mondays, and now Mumdays. Before we start, I should point out that I'm not at home. I am in a hotel because my cousin Sarah gets married to Carl this weekend, and we are staying in a hotel. Buzz is actually asleep on the bed. Tom and Buddy are out, but I'm in a hotel. And also, one of my best friends, Aaron, is marrying Anna today as well. They are in Germany, but you know, 2 weddings on the same day, and there's going to be loads of cars, I feel, because I'm just above reception, and it's going to be a bit annoying, but just stick with me. This week I thought it would be interesting just to have a quick fire of questions. So I asked people on Twitter to send me in questions, mum themed questions, obviously it's Mumdays, using the hashtag Mumdays, and here we go. Okay, for someone go straight in there, how hard is childbirth? For me, I did hypnobirthing, so I loved both of my birthing experiences, and I highly recommend hypnobirthing, although I do appreciate it's not for everyone. Any ideas of fun things to do at home in the summer holidays other than normal colouring, baking, etc.? I don't know, messy play, get things out like pasta and let them play with that, or food comes straight to mind. I don't know. This is something that I think I'm going to investigate and maybe do a little video on, trying to find fun little games to play at home, because we all know what it's like. And I was talking to a mum the other day who has decided that she doesn't want to spend the whole 6 weeks at home, so she's literally planned something for every single day, which sounds bonkers, but makes sense. Do you have any behavioural management in place with Buzz, or is he a good boy almost all the time? He is generally a good boy. I mean, I'd say occasionally he's cheeky, but he's not a naughty boy. But I mean, all kids play up, and he has his moments, and distraction is a major thing for us, but telling him off, yes, I think a firm word. Usually it's, you know, for his own safety, like jumping on the bed or jumping on sofas, because we know that he can easily fall off and fly into things and hurt himself. So and he's quite a clumsy boy. We haven't introduced the naughty step or anything like that, because we've not really been pushed that far, but maybe one day. How would you describe the feeling of being a mum to someone who doesn't have children? Ooh. Think of every single emotion you've ever felt in life, multiply them by 100, and there you have parenting. When did you know you were ready to be a mum? Ooh, I think I've always been maternal. I've always kind of been the mum of the group, so I think I've always felt like it is something that is in me and would come naturally. That all went to pot when baby number 1 arrived, when Buzz arrived. I kind of really questioned everything about my instincts, but it's all back. It's all back. I think when you have a child is when you become ready to become a mum, because nothing actually can prepare you. Even being around other people's children, I think, doesn't prepare you for what it feels like to have your own. Favourite books to read to Buzz and Buddy? Buzz's current favourite book is over there. It's Please Mr. Panda, and he can read it almost all to himself. It's very, very cute. What is the best part of being a mum? The kisses and the cuddles. Buzz especially is a complete mummy's boy, and Buddy might be as well, but yeah, it's the kisses and the cuddles for no reason whatsoever. Having Buzz come over and just kind of go, "I love you, mama," and give me a kiss is just absolutely gorgeous. Best thing ever. I'm 38 weeks plus 4. Have you any tips on getting this labour started? I'm so impatient and just want to meet your little dude. Oh, Lucy, it'll happen, it'll happen. So you're 38 weeks plus 4, then the next 3 weeks, for definite, you will definitely have met your baby. And when it comes, it'll come and it'll be amazing. So just be patient. I had acupuncture towards the end actually, and reflexology, and it was amazing, just to calm me out as well. So maybe just embrace the last little bit of time on your own, because that's one thing that I think I was never prepared for. Well, I kind of started thinking it, but then Buzz came 2.5 weeks early, so he took away my last little bit of time on my own. But you know, for the foreseeable future, you've got no time on your own, no time just for you, without thinking about, you know, is so and so asleep or whatever, or yeah. So I say just enjoy, just chill out, unwind, and then probably feeling yourself calm down in that way might even bring on the labour. Any tips for flying with a baby? We are going on holiday next week and starting to stress. Don't stress, that's my big tip, just breathe. Most people, if you're flying, most people will have had some interaction with a child and a baby. Babies cry, it's fine. Yeah, I have flown many a time now, and the first few times I was like, oh no, anytime they made a noise I could feel the mum sweats coming, and actually, you know what, I've always found it's not actually that bad. You know, as long as people can see that you're doing your best, and that if your baby's crying you're trying to, you know, stop them from crying and things, then, you know, don't worry about other people is my big tip. But give them something to suck on takeoff and landing if you're breastfeed, or give them like even a bottle of milk or whatever. I suffer really badly from ears, so that's one thing that I was really conscious of, and have been with both boys, as I don't want them to suffer with ear aches when they go up and down. So that's one thing that we still do. And everything in your bag is a toy, so don't feel like you have to take loads and loads of toys. Everything in your bag can be used as a toy as long as it's safe. What is the best and hardest thing about being a mum? The best is the cuddles. The hardest thing is the sleep, I would say. I would like a big sleep. Where is the best place to shop for baby toys? My auntie is pregnant and my job is to buy toys for the little one. There are so many places. Early Learning Centre is obviously a great place. Toys R Us. On Lewis do amazing toys. So many places. I'd say go for like a department store that has like a mixture, because then you can just see what you like. Top piece of advice for work, mum, life balance. Oh, Emma. It's tough, it's a juggling act, and I always find that whatever I choose, I feel guilty about. If I'm spending time with my babies, I'm kind of thinking, oh gosh, I've got this deadline, I've got this deadline. If I'm working on the deadline, I'm thinking, oh gosh, but my babies are only going to be babies for so long. It's tough, it's a juggling act, and I think it's something that I will always be battling with. It's really tough, and I think it's something that I'm still learning about. As a child, my mum would sing me Blackbird to get me to go to sleep. Are there any songs you sing to Buzz or Buddy? I sing Edelweiss, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Buddy loves Unchained Melody, bizarrely. Feed the Birds from Mary Poppins. There are lots of songs I'm always singing. I make up songs as well. How do you find the energy, willpower to work in the evenings? I'm self-employed with 3 children and struggling. It is a struggle. Some days I do not want to work at all, and I kind of give myself that time off. I'm kind of like, look, I'm not there creatively, that's fine. Sometimes forcing yourself to work sometimes just isn't great, but then it's tough then, because you know that you've got to make up that time some other place. Yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie. It's a struggle working and fitting everything in, but somehow it all gets done. When do you have time to write? Is it strictly when Buzz and Buddy are napping? No, we have expanded on that a little bit, although we are about to start changing how we do it. We have been doing it a lot when they go to sleep in the evenings, but we've decided that we are going to have some writing focused days. So Tom's mum at the moment has Buzz 1 or 2 days a week, and then he has nursery 2 days a week, but we're going to be changing that so that Tom's mum has Buzz 1 day a week, and then the days that he is in nursery, Tom's mum will have Buddy. So that means we'll have 2 completely child-free days to work in and focus on work, which means that the other 4 days that we have both of the children, we can have as family time, and still work in all the evenings, but it just feels better that those days then that we are writing are more productive, rather than one of us having, because we kind of have had to take it in turns to have Buddy, which is absolutely fine because he's so young, but now that he's almost 6 months, I think just those he needs more attention, and I don't like the fact that we're just so aware of everything that we've got to do. Yeah, Tom's mum is going to step in and be our hero, and it would just make things a lot easier. And plus, I think he'll be happier. Has Buzz ever done something that was naughty but ended up making you laugh? All the time, all the time. Even if he says cheeky things sometimes, you kind of have to, it's that parenting like face that you kind of like, I'm not going to laugh at this, but then when you leave, you kind of, you know, that little smirky face towards, like, me and Tom kind of give each other. I think it's more because you're surprised that those things come from them. Just cheeky little things. Again, he's not really a naughty child, but those little cheeky things that he says that you're just kind of like, okay, where have you picked that up from? Have you ever had to tell Buzz off? Of course. He is a toddler, and toddlers like to learn their boundaries, and he's just got to know what those boundaries are. Which pregnancy was easier? I would say the first one. Buzz's pregnancy was easier, simply because I was allowed long afternoon naps. I couldn't have that with when I was pregnant with Buddy. Due our second soon, and we will have a 16-month gap. Any tips on how to keep routine, especially bath and bedtime? Keep doing them, keep doing them. Buddy has literally fell into Buzz's bedtime routine, and that is why I think he sleeps you know, a big chunk of the night. That's my advice anyway. Doesn't mean it will work. I'm sure that if we ever have any more children and we try to add them to the mix, that things could completely strictly go to pot, but for us, that worked, is just getting him involved in the routine. Did you get your little ones into a routine with breastfeeding? Yes, I did. I fed every 3 hours. Although the thing is, if he was crying, if like Buddy was crying or Buzz was crying, I would feed them a little bit earlier. But I knew that that was kind of my goal, was to get them to 3 hours. So trying to make sure everything else, you know, he was fine in every other area before just sticking my boob in his mouth. So 3 hours was my goal, but now it's 4 hours, which just makes such a huge difference. Is there anything you came across that you had to handle differently the second time around as a mum? I'd say Buddy is an easier child, but that's probably because we've already got one and we're a bit more calmer. Bit more calmer? We're calmer. What's it like to become a mum for the first time? Absolutely surreal. The moment that I first held Buzz was just... because obviously you've been carrying them for 9 months, but nothing quite prepares you for having them on the outside and their, you know, little sparrow-like bodies. Just absolutely gorgeous. Just such a lovely moment. Do you and Tom ever let your boys sleep in your bed? Yes, they don't start there, but Buzz has just had the side of his cot bed taken off, so he can get out of bed basically. So if he wakes up in the night, he does regularly just kind of wander into our room, climb over me and get in. Sometimes I don't even realise that he's done it. Once he's asleep again, I usually scoop him up and put him back into his bed so that he wakes up there. You know, he's not going to be doing it forever. It's nice to have a little snuggle, and if all he wants is a little snuggle from his mum, I don't mind. What is Buzz's favourite food and drink at the moment? Pasta. Buzz loves pasta. Pasta, pasta, pasta. Drink, he only drinks water or milk. So one of those two, I guess. Who is your celebrity mum idol? Emma Willis. She's my friend and she's a brilliant mother. A mother of 3 now. Do you like being a mum? Yes, very much. Best thing I've ever done. Lots of people asking if I had a girl, what I would name her. I'm not going to disclose that information because that name has been firmly on our list for a long time, and if we ever have any more children, and if we ever have a girl, then it's quite likely that that name will be used. Right, I'm going to go. Thank you to everyone who sent in their questions. I hope you have found this insightful in some way, but I shall be back on Friday with another Dear Carrie, and next Monday for another Mumdays video. Yay! I shall speak to you soon. Bye! And again, congratulations to Sarah and Carl who got married today, and my lovely friends Aaron and Anna. Love you guys. Bye.